everyone and welcome back to my channel. I took quite a long break over Christmas. My sister was visiting, so I wasn't very active on my blog or my YouTube channel, but now it's 2017. One of my resolutions was to throw myself back into it, so that's what I'm planning to do. I wanted to kick 2017 off with a beauty favourites of 2016 video, which I'm sure is about a week late now, but I have loved watching everyone else's 2016 beauty favourites videos, so I thought I would chuck mine out there for you guys to have a look at too. I've got two categories. One is sort of bath and body and skincare, and then the second is makeup, so I'm going to jump straight into it. So the first product is a hair care product, and it is the Fudge Clean Blonde shampoo. It's a violet toning shampoo, and this is one of the best hair products I've used this year. I've only started using it the past couple of months because my friend gave it to me after she didn't need it anymore. So I've used about half a bottle and it's nearly finished now, but I absolutely love it. I've always used the Provoke one, which you can just get from Boots, which is really affordable, which is great, but I have found that this one, if you do spend a little bit of extra money, your hair is just so amazingly bright and you don't get as much build up as you do with the Provoke Touch of Silver shampoo, because that can leave purpley bits in your hair, which I'm not too much of a fan of. Another hair care product I've absolutely loved in 2016 is my Macadamia Nourishing Moisture Mask, which I absolutely adore. My hair is completely ruined from all the bleaching and toning and dyeing and straightening and blow drying that I do, and especially in winter my hair really starts to suffer and it really feels a little bit straw-like. So this is so beautiful and amazing, and I'd recommend it to anyone that has issues with split ends or their hair feeling dry. It's a really thick mask and it really coats the hair, and it tells you to leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes, but there's been a couple of times where I've actually put it on and left it overnight, and it makes your hair smell amazing, and when you rinse it off you can just feel how silky your hair feels, and I absolutely love it. Next, I'm moving on to skincare, and my favourite thing that I purchased last year that I never actually thought I needed. I was really sceptical about this because at the end of the day it is water in a can, but I've never felt so like fresh or hydrated as when I've used this. It's the La Roche-Posay CeraZinc, and it's a zinc sulfate solution for oily, blemish-prone skin. And I absolutely love La Roche-Posay. I've always sworn by it. It turned my skin from quite, I wouldn't say acne, but I always had quite large and really sore spots popping up all over the place for no reason that I could sort of recognise. And when I started using the La Roche-Posay range, my skin calmed down so much, and I've actually got the best skin that I've ever had, probably for about 5 years. So this is a toner, and I basically wash my face in the mornings and the evenings. I spritz this on and it tightens the pores and it works to control oil throughout the day, and it's also really refreshing and it just makes your skin feel beautiful and look really mattified. Again, from La Roche-Posay, I've got the Effaclar Duo, which is, I'm not sure what it is. It's sort of like a spot cream, and I put it all over my face, and it says that it reduces imperfections, it corrects the tone of your skin, and it also helps to get rid of like scarring and spot marks that you've had for a while. I've had such big spots in the past, and I've always had a little sort of red mark where it's been that's been really hard to shift, and this helps to reduce that redness and get rid of the scarring, so I absolutely love it. The final item in my bath and body skincare section is my Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser, which was something I bought myself for my 21st birthday with my birthday money after I'd seen it all over blogs and YouTube and people seemed to absolutely love it, and I bought it and I also absolutely love it. It's got no nasty sort of chemicals in it, it's natural. It's got rosemary, chamomile, cocoa butter and eucalyptus essential oil. So you basically just apply this onto a wet face, you massage it round and you remove it with a hot, wet muslin cloth that you get as part of the set that I bought. And after I rinse it off, my skin is so bright, and the long-lasting results I've seen have been amazing. It's my absolute favourite face wash. Now I'm moving on to makeup. I bought a lot of makeup in 2016 because I've got no self-control and I get a student loan, so So I guess I will start with foundation, and the foundation that I bought that I fell in love with last year was the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and I am the shade, I can't pronounce it, Duville? And it's the 4th lightest shade, and it's so gorgeous. It comes out quite liquidy, and the first time I tried it, I put it on the back of my hand and it had almost like dribbled off the side of my hand before I could even get it on my face. But once I worked out how to apply it properly and how to blend it and how it feels on the skin, it's very light. Once I got used to it, it quickly became my absolute favourite. And it's one of those products that, you know, you've invested quite a lot of money into it, so you try not to use it every single day, but it's difficult to resist because it's such a beautiful foundation. It's so silky and light and you don't even know you're wearing it. The next product I'm pretty sure I included in my 2014 and 2015 favourites. It is the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation, and it's literally just this powder which also has some added coverage in. I'm the shade NC15, which I think is one of the palest, and it's one of the best powders that I've ever used because it really helps set your foundation, but it also gives you just that extra little bit of coverage to sort of help with spot scarring that you might be seeing or dark circles under your eyes. I really feel really flawless when I add this on top of my foundation, so I absolutely love it. Next is another favourite of mine from last year, and it is my MAC Blush Baby Sheer Tone Blush, which I got, I think it was in April, and I absolutely adore it. It was only the second MAC blush I've ever bought. The first one I bought was a very bright coral shade, which completely didn't suit me, and I've got no idea why I thought it would be a good idea. But this is Blush Baby, and it's very peachy, it's very natural, and as it's a sheer tone blush, you really don't notice it when you just do a very fine layer, and you can build it up to make it look more intense if you want to. But I really don't wear a lot of blush, to be honest, and I don't want a very strong blush. So this is absolutely perfect. It's very light, it's very delicate, it's very girly, it's very feminine, and I think it really flatters the makeup that I wear. Next, we have got my ultimate favourite, the only brow product I've ever been able to use. It's the Benefit Gimme Brow little sort of fibre gel, I think it's called. So all it is a tiny little mascara wand, and I'm sure you'll have seen it because so many people use it, but it's just a tiny mascara wand, and you brush your eyebrows with it, and it gives you eyebrows where you don't have any, and it sets them in place. I really don't tend to do anything with my eyebrows. I don't even pluck them. I'm too lazy. I know I'm going to get it wrong, so I just leave them how they are. And this is just super easy to use, and I don't feel like they're overdone, they're underdone. They're the perfect sort of natural looking eyebrows that I'm able to do. I wouldn't be able to do Instagram eyebrows if I tried. So I think this is absolutely perfect. It's very low maintenance and I love it. Moving on to eyeshadow palettes, I bought 2 over 2016 that I absolutely adored. I did buy a few more. Some of them were a bit hit and miss, if I'm honest, but the 2 that I absolutely fell in love with were the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Zoeva Cocoa Blends palette. So first of all, the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills was the first thing I ever bought from Anastasia Beverly Hills because I am a student and it doesn't come cheap. But when they released this, I nearly had heart failure. Everyone on blogs and things were raving about how amazing it was. There were so many beautiful YouTube tutorials coming out and I couldn't resist it, so I spent, how much was it? I think it was about 45 quid. But as you can see, you get 14 shades. So I think it's quite a good deal. And all of the colours are quite rosy toned and nudie, and they're completely the kinds of eyeshadows that I go for. It's almost like the Naked 3 palette on steroids, and I absolutely think it's beautiful. All of the eyeshadows are such beautiful quality, they're very pigmented, and you can create some really interesting and dramatic looks as well as being able to use it for every day. And now that brings me on to the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette, which I think the prices have actually gone up on these. When I first started buying the Zoeva eyeshadow palettes, they were only $15.50, and it seems like they've jumped up in price to about £18, which is fair enough because I think they're some of the best eyeshadows that you can get. So this is the Cocoa Blends palette, and they're sort of chocolate themed. I think it's similar to the Too Faced chocolate bar, but I'm not exactly sure. I know that a lot of the shades are quite similar. In this one you get 10 shades rather than, I think there's like 20 in the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. But all of these are beautiful, and there's a couple of shades in here that I really like that I didn't expect to like. I used it on a daily basis when I first bought it. I couldn't put it down. It was always carried around with me in my makeup bag. And I just think that, again, you can create some really dramatic and interesting artistic looks with this, but also just slap it on for uni or work, and it's quite an understated look that you can create with this too. So I think it's perfect and beautiful and very affordable considering the amount of use I've had out of it. The next product I want to talk about is Soap & Glory's Supercat eyeliner, which is a pen eyeliner, and it's very thin and fine, and then it gets thicker, so you can create dramatic wings or very thin wings. And I am rubbish at eyeliner. I can't do it. I try and, you know, get it on my face, and I've got the shakiest hands, and I can't stop blinking when I'm trying to do it, and I've got to like pull my eyelid around to make it go on properly. It's just terrible. But when you've got a pen, I do find that it's much easier to control because you're used to writing. So far, I've never really had any problems with it. It's very pigmented and very black, and a lot of the cheaper ones that I used to use, they came out almost grey towards the end of the tube, but this one is always completely black. It takes ages to run out. I think each pen lasts me about 3 or 4 months, and I do wear liquid eyeliner every single day, even though I'm really bad at it. You think I'd be better at it by now, but I'm not. The next product is something I bought myself again for my birthday, so I've had it for about 6 months or 7 months now, and I absolutely adore it. It's the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I've tried Benefit They're Real in the past, which I really loved, but I actually do prefer the Roller Lash. It's got a slightly smaller and a very different shaped wand, but I feel like the look that you achieve with this one, rather than having really big spidery fake looking lashes, these are far more understated and natural and a little bit more classic, rather than, you know, big scary. This costs $19.50, and again, I've used it most days since I bought it, even though it's a little bit more expensive for a mascara. But I think Benefit has a really good thing going with their mascaras, and if you've tried the They're Real mascara, I definitely recommend trying this one because you might really like the look that you achieve with this. I didn't expect to like it as much as They're Real, but actually I think this is much more wearable for your day-to-day activities, and then, you know, you can slap on way more and get bigger lashes for the evenings if you want to. And 2016 was the year that I completely started my love affair with liquid lipsticks, and I've got quite a decent collection now. I'm very proud of it. There's lots and lots of liquid lipsticks that I'm yet to try, but the ones I've got are pretty nice. So these are my favourite of the bunch that I bought over 2016. The first one is NYX Embellishment from the Lip Lingerie range. I know they have other liquid lipsticks, but I think the lingerie, all the shades that they made were very nudie and muted and almost sort of grungy, which is something I always go for in makeup. So this is Embellishment, and it's almost like a greyish mauvey nude, and all my best selfies, I'm wearing this. It's just beautiful. It goes with most eye makeup that I've got on any given day, and it's creamy. It doesn't feel really chalky on my lips. I love the colour. I love all the colours of the lip lingerie range, and I think it was only £6.50, and that is not something you can shake a stick at. And the next two favourites from my liquid lipstick obsession are the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte lipsticks, and I've got 5 of these now, but these are my 2 absolute favourites, the one that I wear all the time. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Boss Lady, which is a very deep, dark, vampy sort of look, and it looks like that. So it's very sort of bloody and deep, and I really love it. So that was one of the newer shades that they brought out. They brought out the original sort of set of shades, and then they released a few more, so it's that one there. And I absolutely love it for evenings. I've worn it to meals out with family. I've worn it out like to parties in the evening. I wore it on New Year's. It's one of those shades that people always ask you what you're wearing, and I love that, and I just think it's really pretty, and I love it especially in winter because when I'm really pale, you slap that on and you are immediately one of the vampires from Twilight. So. And then the last one, which might even be my favourite beauty product purchase of 2016 altogether, it is the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick in Iced Mocha, which I'm sure you'll have heard of if you read blogs and watch YouTube videos. It's the most beautiful, I'd call it a nude, but I know it's not really a nude. It's like sort of a deep chocolatey nude, I guess. So it's that one. And this became my holy grail very quickly after I bought it. I started wearing it every single day. And as you can see, I had some liquid eyeliner on my hand and it completely covers it up. Like, it's so pigmented, it stays there all day. It's actually difficult to get off in the evenings, like when I come home and I'm trying to take my makeup off, I've got to scrub it to get it off. So it's got such amazing staying power. And I was wearing this as an everyday nude. I was wearing it in the evenings as well for more special occasions. I just think it's a beautiful universal shade. Again, I love how it looks when my skin's paler. I've not tried it yet in the summer, but you know, I can't see it going too wrong. I think it's a really nice colour. So those were my 2016 beauty favourites. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did one of these videos that I haven't seen, I've seen a lot so I might have seen it, but if you could, you know, let me know that you've made one, I would love to go and watch it. I will be doing a blog post as well to accompany this video, and I'll write down all my reviews of them properly, so if you want to read them you can head over to my blog, which I will link down below. Other than that, guys, I hope you had an amazing Christmas and a really good New Year, and I look forward to seeing a lot more of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!